In tonight's WGN Investigates, the credit card controversy that's landed a suburban school superintendent in the hot seat.
Here's investigative reporter Ben Bradley.
The questions are about charges to a school district credit card, charges for porn, a sexting site, and male medical treatments. The answers have shifted, with the school superintendent blaming everything from fraud to a family member. The district seemed content with those answers until we came calling.
Argo Community High School sits in southwest suburban Summit, home to roughly 1,800 students. It's led by this man, the superintendent, Dr. Bill Tulios.
Hey, I'm Ben Bradley.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
Thank you for coming out and talking to me.
Tulios is not one of the top paid school administrators in Illinois. Some of them receive salaries of more than $500,000.
Because in the end, we're here for the community, we're here for the kids.
But Tulios does collect a perk-filled package. His contract says he receives an annual salary of nearly $200,000, plus a bonus, and yearly allowances totaling $12,000 for a car and clothing.
I'm on TV, and I don't have a clothing allowance.
I know.
You can see how that would strike some people as odd.
But it isn't the cash or the clothes that had residents riled up at a recent school board meeting.
You saying the matter is handled? It's not handled.
It's so embarrassing. It's hurtful. It's sad.
Something needs to be done. It's ridiculous.
On top of the salary and benefits, Tulios has a district credit card paid for by taxpayers.
How can you tell us that you knew nothing about this whole time? All this stuff is unacceptable.
By stuff, she means the credit card spending.
I just want the board to get to the bottom of this.
WGN Investigates reviewed copies of Tulios' monthly credit card statements. The records from a 2-year span ending late last year show that he spent widely on gas, gift cards, and food.
I've been trying to get the Board of Education to look at this for the last year and a half because I've seen the statements. I work here. I see it. I see it every single day.
But that's just the beginning of what we saw. A deeper look at the records revealed other curiosities, including 2 separate charges totaling $158 at a telehealth firm called Hims and Hers that treats sexual health issues and weight and hair loss.
Again, a fraudulent charge.
So somebody got a hold of your credit
Got
card.
a hold of my card.
But when we asked Tulios through his attorney for records showing the Hims charges were disputed or reported as fraud, the attorney changed the story, claiming Tulios actually did make those charges for the treatment of an undisclosed medical condition.
Can anyone explain who made the additional 17 charges?
During our interview, one thing Tulios seemed sure of was that he was being unfairly targeted.
Because of a mistake, if someone wants 10 pounds of flesh from me, come and ask me to my face.
So you think this is a personal attack?
I think it's more than that. I think it's something else. I think it's totally something else.
What do you think it is?
I can't comment on that right now.
Dan Kozel is the school board president. He told us the district sufficiently handled the matter last year when questions about Tulios' credit card charges first surfaced.
Yes, it's fully reimbursed. We are comfortable with it. The 7 board members that we have here, we all voted in confidence of Bill.
But that confidence cracked when we confronted the district with their own records. The statements showing 24 charges totaling more than $1,000 over a 5-month span ending in March 2024 on the adult entertainment website Slushy.
That mistake got made because I linked my card to my phone, and unfortunately a family member used my card without telling me. And it was way too late before I had a chance to even remedy that.
Records show Tulios reimbursed the district $457 for the Slushy charges last year, but that was less than half of the more than $1,000 billed by Slushy.
Whether someone wants to say it was one thing or another thing, this basically came down to the point where it was an accident. And instead of trying to hide or cover up, as people are trying to say, I actually came forward and did the right thing, as a public servant should do.
And then there are charges totaling more than $2,500 to what appears to be an online payment processing site called Epoch.
Those are actually a subscription to a news source, Epoch Times.
We called the Epoch Times to verify and were told their charges on statements don't appear as just Epoch and would not include what we found in some of the transaction descriptions, like this one labeled SextPanth. When we Googled the name, it came up as a sexting service. Tulios did not reimburse for any of the Epoch charges.
When he saw Epoch, he thought it was that, just glancing at it. But you're right, he should have taken more time to thoroughly look at it.
He didn't notice that it said Sex Panther.
Well, he did later. He did later.
Frank Avila is the superintendent's personal attorney. He insists all the charges were a mix of mistakes and fraud.
If you're correct, and there's another $2,000 of charges, which he believes is correct now, but he didn't realize it at the time, he's willing to write a check. But again, this is not a scandal.
Has anyone looked at them? Has anyone looked at them and looked at and added what's on those statements? Have you? Have you? Somebody needs to look at them. It's ridiculous.
Days after our interview with Tulios, and after the school board president said he had full confidence in him,
Yes, if fully reimbursed.
the district changed its tune. Tulios was placed on paid administrative leave.
I made this decision after calls were made to investigate the superintendent's spending allegations. What changed?
They were caught. Truth came out. You brought the truth out for us. That's what happened.
The district has now hired an outside auditor to review credit card spending. Tulios graduated from Argo High School, taught there, and rose to superintendent. He says after he discovered the errant charges, he strengthened the district's policies. Ben Bradley, WGN Investigates.
Our thanks to Ben.